The International Committee of the Red Cross said that day 2 of prisoner exchange was conducted smoothly and according to plan. This report has more details.
The International Committee of the Red Cross announced that as part of a cross-border exchange between the coalition and Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels, scores of prisoners of war, including Saudis, were released. The flights between Saudi Arabia and Houthi-held area in Yemen were part of a multi-day transfer with almost 900 detainees. This comes amid peace talks that have increased expectations for an end to Yemen's 8-year-long war. According to the ICRC Public Affairs and Media Advisor, the first flight of the day took off before 9 a.m. from the southern Saudi city, bound for Yemen's Houthi-held capital Sana'a, carrying 120 Houthi rebel prisoners. Following that came an aircraft from Sana'a transporting 20 former inmates, including 16 Saudis and 3 Sudanese. Furthermore, 100 Houthis were scheduled to be transferred to Sana'a on 3 separate planes from Mecca on the Red Sea coast. There were wheelchairs stationed alongside the buses to transport some of the inmates to the plane. Prior to the Muslim celebration of Eid al-Fitr, which falls next week, 318 inmates were flown on 4 flights between government-controlled Aden and Sana'a to reunite with their families. However, the total number of prisoners of war on both sides remains unknown, following a UN-brokered truce that expired in October but has largely persisted. Active fighting in Yemen has decreased over the previous year. A Saudi delegation traveled to Sana'a, which has been held by the Houthis since 2014, a week ago, for discussions aimed at restoring the truce and establishing the framework for a more sustainable ceasefire. Yemeni sources indicate that the Saudi delegation visit marked an effort to build on a UN truce and followed last month's arrangements between Saudi Arabia and Iran to restore ties. According to Reuters, these negotiations centered on a truce, the reopening of Houthi-controlled ports and Sana'a airport, and the payment of public sector salaries.